Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video announcements. These will be my last announcements for the year. I will be back in August. And our newsletter will also be running on a slightly different schedule over the summer, so it'll just run every 3 weeks rather than every week. So you'll get a copy of the newsletter this Thursday in your inbox, and then you won't see one for about 3 weeks. This Sunday is also the start of our summer services, which are going to be I think, really good set of services this summer, as usual. We've got a variety of people who will be leading them, so I will be working either by myself or with others to lead 3 of them, including one that I'll be doing with Sadie in August. And Ben, our intern, is going to be leading 2 services, one in July and one in August. Reverend Steve Eddington, our Minister Emeritus, will be leading a service in August. We've got 5 lay leaders who I worked with this spring to help develop their services, and those are going to be really awesome. I'm excited about the topics they are tackling and the insight that they're going to bring. So that'll be 5 Sundays, and then on the 28th, so not this Sunday, but the Sunday after, June 28th, we're going to be inviting you to attend the General Assembly online worship service. General Assembly is the national gathering of Unitarian Universalists. It was going to be in Providence this year, but it's turned into an all-virtual event. And so we will be actually sending out some different information about how to connect to that on the 28th. But I hope you will join. It should be really, really wonderful. I know the preacher is Reverend Javier Duval, who is the minister up in Montpelier, Vermont. So she's almost a neighbor. She's pretty close by, and she's a fabulous minister. I know that it's going to be a really meaningful service. So I hope that you will come to that one and come to as many other of the summer services as you would like. We'd love to see you still on Sunday mornings on Zoom. This week, we've got a couple things happening for the last time that are wrapping up for the end of the church year. One of those is Eat, Share, Learn. I'm going to be hosting that this Wednesday at noon. It'll be a time for check-in and conversation as you eat your lunch, and we'll talk about what this summer is going to look like for you and how it feels different or the same, or however it feels. So we're going to talk about summer. And I'll put the link for that in the comments. Friday is the final Men and Masculinities group led by Harry Perkiser and Ben Atherton-Zeman. That is at 7 p.m. I will put the Zoom link in the comments for that. It is an open group, so anyone who identifies as male or non-binary is welcome to join that group. We also have a bunch of things that are continuing over the summer. A couple things for kids and families. The first is the Thursday Kids Zoom Room that Sadie has been hosting. Sadie's going to host it one last time this week. And then Sarah Lachey is going to take over leading that for the summer. It's at 2 p.m. on Thursdays, and it's a great opportunity for elementary age kids to connect with other kids from the church. They sound like they have a lot of fun on those calls. A new thing, Carl Phillips is going to be hosting a Wednesday story time from 6 to 6:30 p.m. through the summer. So there'll be Sadie's inviting families to sign up to share stories with one another, and we'll have more information about that in the newsletter this week. But that'll be 6 to 6:30 throughout the summer, and should be a fun time to connect through stories. For adults, we've got 3 ongoing groups that are going to happen over the summer. One is led by Carl Phillips and Harry Perkiser. They're going to host a bi-monthly book discussion group on the 1st and 3rd Tuesdays at 7 p.m. And there will be more information about what books, and I think they might be doing articles sometimes. So that will be a drop-in group, and 1st and 3rd Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Ginger Hedges is going to be holding an Art from the Heart program, an art sharing time on Friday afternoons on the first and third Friday of the month. And Roy Goodman will continue to host his poetry as a spiritual practice night on the second and fourth Mondays at 7 p.m. Again, there'll be more information about those and all the links in this week's newsletter. I also want to make sure that if you haven't seen it already, you know that you can opt in to receive text messages from us now with announcements and reminders about programs. We split it up into 6 categories, so you can decide what it is you want to receive text messages about, and I will put the link to sign up for that in the comments below. I also want you to just stay tuned for other things that are probably going to be happening this summer. So one is that we are going to be starting to do some voter engagement work. It is a big election coming up in November, and we can't go and canvass as we often do in our neighborhood, but we are hoping to do some electronic canvassing by phone, by text, and we've got a couple folks who are working to put together a first kind of event to do phone calling or texting together. So watch out for that coming up in the next month or 6 weeks or so. We had a great turnout last night for the racial justice movie night that Jess Woods and Jen Morton hosted. It sounded like a fabulous group of people who came together to talk about Just Mercy. So they are planning for their next movie night. I'm not sure exactly which movie they're gonna watch yet, but it's gonna be July 19th. So you can put that on your calendar now. Save that Sunday evening to watch a racial justice themed movie and have some conversation about it on Zoom with church friends. And if you watch your newsletter, we'll be making sure to announce things there on the UU listserv and on Facebook as they come up this summer. So there'll probably be other things happening this summer as well. But that's my quick summary of what we know right now. So that's what I've got for you this week. I hope that you are able to have a meaningful summer. I hope that you are able to find some time and space to relax and to enjoy the outdoors. I know it's going to be a little different summer than we are used to having, but I hope you can find some joy and beauty in it. And I'm sure I will be seeing you online throughout the summer. The staff is taking some time off at various times. We're gonna put those dates in the newsletter so you know when we will or will not be around. Either Ben or I will be available all summer. If you have any pastoral needs, if you need to talk about what's going on in the world or in your life, we are around. And I hope you are finding beauty in the meantime.